What's up, everybody? Doing things just a little bit different today. Still working on this track, deeper kind of hypnotic techno track. And just gonna try to focus in a little bit on the details. No camera today. Just gonna try to listen to the music. I'll keep an eye on the chat. But really, you know, it says focus mode in the title of the stream today, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. So, a little bit less talking, a little bit more listening. So with that in mind, let's just get straight into it. This is, well, okay, not quite straight into it. Let me just say, this is Selway's Techno Friday today, here on 343 TV, brought to you by 343 Labs Music Production School. Check out our information down below. If you want to know more about the classes we teach, what we do here in New York City and in Berlin and online, let's jump right in now. Now that I've said that, we finally get to jump right in. Okay. Let's listen to this from the beginning. And I'm really kind of focusing in on the subtleties of this sound, this granular sound in phase plant. And, you know, just like I said, real deep details today. And right away, one of the things that's striking me is the kick drum, the snap, and the variation of that kick. Let's take a look at it before we get into the granular sound, actually. So it's varying. It's an analog style sound. The oscillators, cycling, and the phase is changing. And I think I want to de-emphasize that. Let's try and re-trigger the phase, but now it's got a little bit too much of an aggressive transient. So I'm going to smooth that out a little bit. And now it's more consistent. All right, that's a starting point. Let's get back to the main groove coming out of that phase plant, granular sound. I'm going to mute these hi-hats for a second. There's already some automation going on. You'll hear some variation in the sound. I was playing around a little bit with the reverse for the grains, which was adding a little bit of subtle variation that was kind of nice. You should hear some slightly more high frequency stuff sneaking in. It's interesting, it's kind of smoother because it's reversing this direction of some of these grains, but there's also just a tiny little bit of high frequency detail that comes out, which I like. And it's, it's random, so it's contributing to the evolving kind of character of this sound. I like it in here, actually. When the higher notes come out, you can definitely hear that slightly more kind of... It's not quite glassy, it's not that bright, but it's adding some detail that I was looking for. You can see, if you look closely, the position, the grain position is modulating, so that's already creating some motion and variation. So it's moving this position. I'm gonna move that over. It's getting a little bit noisier. It's easy to go a little too far with it, especially when the notes are modulating higher. Okay. Even with all the hi-hats off, I don't mind hearing it without the hi-hats. That filtered modulating clap sound that just came in sounds kind of cool. But I do want to work on it a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and mute that. It's interesting. I'm trying to keep myself in more of the production zone rather than the presentation zone for you guys. It's hard. It's like a switch goes off in my head. Let's go back to the beginning again and listen to how this develops. I'm thinking about mix and sound design. I'm thinking about arrangement. I'm focusing on the small details. Even something as tiny as that, whoa, that rim shot was nice. I'm going to turn that off for a second because I'm focusing in on this hi-hat now. Even something as small as that little hi-hat, I want it to have some space and image. like there's already, you can hear there's a reverb on the 909 hi-hat. And this has got a little bit of motion. It's just random noise, so every little hi-hat sounds very slightly different. Let's see. Just a hi-hat. I'm gonna try a very short ambient reverb from the convolution reverb here. Why isn't it showing the Pro? That's weird. Anyway, guess we'll try this one. Okay. Gonna choose a ambience in small room and try to find something that has some width to it. That's kind of nice, actually. It sounds wet, like drippy. Like I said, small details today. Kind of gets covered up by all the other hi-hats, but when it's by itself, it makes a difference. Let's go back and hear where it comes in. Simple Sam, I'm here, I promise. This is not a video. Oh, actually, that's Marcus. I'm sorry, Marcus Shogu. Yes, this is real. Even without the camera, I'm actually here. You thought you got me. All right, I'm listening to this hi-hat again. I love that. It's so subtle. Just adding that tiny little bit of space to the hi-hat makes it stand out. I even have to maybe turn it down a little bit. All right, but then we also have that guy. Another thing I'm doing while I'm trying to stay in this focus mode and really listening to the details and get into the groove is imagining another part to add to this. I've been kind of stuck on that. So I'm trying to break out and really go deep in my mind about what this track needs. So maybe I'm thinking a little too hard about it, but I think I have something. There's something going on. Let's also look at this other hi-hat, right? We're thinking about little mixing and sound design details just to perfect the space of this deep hypnotic groove going on here. This one comes in and it kind of takes over. So I also want this to have some kind of different space. It might be nice with like a modulation type effect, like a flanger or a phaser or something. So it sort of spins around a little bit, but it also kind of, it's not so bad just sitting right here. Anyway, let's experiment. Keeping it simple, mostly just with using the live devices, why not? Okay, let's play around with the effects on this. It's the phaser, that's okay. Let's slow it down. I don't necessarily need it to be synced. I like slower better. Actually, not bad. Let's see if I switch over to spin. And then you get different rates left and right, which is kind of cool. Yeah, why not? Let's hear how that works in the mix. I'm okay with that. Some delay. Now, why didn't I hear that? What's going on? I was trying to maybe put a tail when this faster hi-hat goes away. All right, and then that other variation of the hi-hat comes in kind of loud. I'm gonna have to fix that. All right, that's with the delays. Yeah, it's too much on that. Let's try. Instead of using a send, let's actually bring in a delay on the track as an insert. And we'll go from there. Such a different energy today, guys. It's just one of those days here. This is sort of the state of mind that I'm in. And I really felt like I needed to do this focusing in kind of more getting into the little details of these sounds. It's kind of like meditating. Trying to decide whether to do the shiny part of that or just the ringy part of that. Actually, modulating that would be cool too. Let's try that. Slow rates. So you can kind of hear the metallic tones sort of shifting a bit with that filter for the delays moving up and down. All right, so we're going to modify, we're going to kind of morph this sound, going from more dry to that at the very end. Probably starting here in this little break. Kind of thing you'll only notice in headphones. So subtle. This part I feel like could kick a little harder. What can I do to make that happen? Let's listen. Is it the kick drum's not quite enough? I know I'm already automating. Yeah, I'm already automating the decay. You can hear it gets a little fuller in this section. And this could be a part where there needs to be a new element. Or another percussion element, maybe a lower layer, just to take it up in energy. So far, the energy level is raising from the changing in the layers of the high frequency percussion, and then the melody kind of, it's like percussion / melody, right, in that granular sound. don't even know what to call that sound. And then, all right, there's the kick drum getting bassier or less bassy. What does it sound like right here? Let's hear that kick drum by itself. And I have those little extra fill kind of kick drums there. I did roll off a bit of the sub. Maybe I rolled off too much. That's better. That could be a little bit of what I'm missing. This louder syncopated hi-hat that comes in this section, I think it's a bit too loud. I'm going to bring that down. It's interrupting the flow for me. Better. I still want the 909 hi-hat to be the main driver. I see Aaron keep the sub of the kick rolled off until then. That's a good idea. Let's try that. It's kind of accentuating. I'm already adding more sub by increasing the decay of the kick right there. So, you know, what you're saying is have less low end on the kick up till that part. All right, let's hear what that sounds like. I mean, it's going to be subtle. And then we're going to go down to allow more low end to hit when that kick drum drops back in. It could be enough. Let's hear it. Yeah, it's a subtle track. I'm on a subtle vibe today. Went back a little too far. Play around with a phase plant while we listen. In this part, I was thinking maybe a little bit more of that reverse. I think that works. It's not banging you over the head, but it does give them more pressure when the kick comes back to have the sub increase like that. So yes, good call, Aaron. I am, however, going to tighten up that hi-hat. I opened up the decay of that hi-hat, increased the decay of the hi-hat. Maybe I'm not going to do that. Maybe we'll like bring it up a little bit more at the end of this. And then go tighter again. Okay, another thing I wanted to refine is what these rim shots are doing. I have them repeating a lot, and I added a longer reverb to it, and I like how it sounds. I think it just needs to not happen all the time anymore. It'll just be an occasional little splash of percussion and noise rather than a continuous part of the beat. I think I added that. I have to turn, now that I added that, even just adding a little bit of resonance to that tight hi-hat with the convolution reverb, it's a little bit too loud now. I'm going to turn it down. So it just more fills in rather than takes over. All right, yeah, that's already too often. with that rim shot. It's more like an occasional effect now. And probably a little too loud. Yeah, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. You can't hear this in the studio, but I'm hearing, maybe it's our AC unit or our fan or something. I'm hearing this like really high-pitched, continuous tone. Maybe it's tinnitus. I don't know. But I'm gonna try something. Remember, I said I'm trying to think about new ideas. I'm trying to change my mental space to think about what could fit with this track that's new while we go over all these details. And let's see what we can find. Yeah, already too many rim shots, right? I don't even know how often those should be. Probably not too often. There we go. Opportunity for variation. Timing was off because of those hi-hats, right? This is why, this is the focus mode. When you're going over your arrangement for something subtle like this, you really got to focus and pay attention. And if I'm talking to you guys all the time, I'm missing things. All right. So we're going to listen to this from the beginning while I think about adding this new element. All right, back to the beginning. That was good. I'm going to throw some of this in there while we're listening. Careful with that one. Can do call and response just with modulating the sound and automating the sound. Yeah, the timing of that kick drum drop was wrong. It should be at 64, right before the hi-hats come in. Let's go fix that. All right. little bit more noise by bringing the position over in this section. Maybe a little more reverse. All right, I gotta get rid of it before the kick drum comes back. It needs to go back to its regular state. I can fix that though. I'll fix it later. What note should it be? So I wanted to do one of those floating, really high, really dreamy, but just kind of distant. Let's see, what note should it be? I'm taking a string synth for this. I mean, I could have, who knows? I could just go through some pads or something, but I like the idea of using this vintage string synth and adding some effects to it to make it a little weirder. I almost want it to not be in tune. We'll see. If you make that too loud, it'll just bug you. And that was literally the first preset that came up. Let's see what else we got. Ooh. I kind of like that. It's like weirdly detuned. Timing of this, where's it going to happen? Is it too soon to happen? I'm still working on the first minute of this, and okay, focus. This is probably too soon for that to happen. Too soon or not? It's so subtle. Maybe it'll go away when the next rim shot happens. Which was too soon. Yep. I'm okay with that. It still needs to be weirder, though. Let's put something completely overkill on it. Ooh. Now that's crazy. See, that's what I mean. Just weird textures. I'm gonna go with that. And it's more granular. Fragments is a granular audio effect. makes sense that I'm using that together with the phase plant. All right, I can wait till later. Maybe I'll put it back in this little break that happens. Yeah, it's a little obvious, but it works. I still got to go back and fix the automation in the phase plant. All right, I have another idea for an element. Just going to do detuned sawtooth waves for this, and we'll see if it works. I want it to be kind of not too percussive, a little bit round. That kind of a shape. Short, but not sharp. And detuned too much, and maybe that might be a little bit too many, kind of, it might start sounding a little trancy with too many unison voices. But it's got to be detuned, right? It's got to be like, that's kind of cool. It's got a weird phasey thing going on. And we'll do a little polymetric, maybe. I don't know. Let's see what we can get going on there. Just 3/16 might do it. So that's sort of the range we're in. Could play with the amount of detuning. I think you guys are talking in the chat about a pitch bend. I don't know if you meant this sound. I might want to switch to a different synth to get what I'm imagining doing. It's a little hectic with that pitch bend. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of keeping it straight. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly what I think Aaron Hedges was talking about. The trick is to keep it like somewhere between percussive and not percussive. But like it should be quick, but not. Just being real careful with the attack times. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna layer this. Ready? So it's just playing chromatically, playing off each other, and then frequency of the filter can vary slightly with the LFO. This is doing another polymetric thing now. It's a little busy now, but I like it. As long as it's not too loud and it's mixed right. Let's listen to these together. You can pan them apart. Let's slow that LFO down. What happens if we do the other one? I'm going to have to play with the automation on this because maybe sometimes it's too busy. I can't even think anymore. It's totally insane right now. Let's make it more crazy. Fragments presets are great. Whoa. So much of techno is just cool effects on simple sounds. All right. I'm going to tighten this up. It's really resonant on that low note. And I think it'll fit better overall with the other sounds if it's thinner. We might have a problem with these guys fighting too much, but we'll see. I could go back to the more simple version with just the one note. Or I could use less effects, make it tighter. Right, if I'm going back to just the one and it's less modulating. That might. Yeah, it could be that it was too much with the other one, or at least it could come in and out in parts where it's not too busy. And I think let's see. Am I on the wrong fragments? Aha. I think I want less reverb, more grains. How is this routed? What's going on? Something, oh, there must be a macro or something controlling the amount of, oh, there it is. Less reverb. So I can think of it as a texture in the background rather than a main element. So if I go back to the beginning. Yeah, it's a bit much there when there's a lot of delay and the granular thing is going crazy. Bringing out those higher frequencies, it makes it a little sharper. I like this. As long as it's not too loud. How are we doing for time? I should probably remind everybody, this is 343 TV, brought to you by 343 Labs Music Production School. So thanks for hanging out with me today as I zone in. I won't say zone out. Doing focus mode. Yeah, I gotta figure out the right place to bring that in. Because in the beginning, it's given away too much to have it in the beginning. Let's see what happens if we bring it in after this first break. I like how it's almost like crickets happening in the background with that high string with the grain effect on it. Maybe right there. Let's see. Just the one. I like that. And I can bring in the other one every now and then. That was nice. A little more bright. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep going with this. Go too far though. I have to switch back and forth. I'm on the wrong filter. Where's that kick drum? Oh my god, I'm getting confused. Yes. Woo! Feeling that. Oh, the string. I'll get it later. A few too many rim shots going on in there, but we'll fix that. Resisting the temptation to bring the analog sound back in. Oh, did you hear that little grainy thing at the end there? That was awesome. And the string has to be in there. Good gosh. put that in there somewhere. A little more grain, a little less dry signal. Okay, man. Deep breath. Okay. 10 more minutes. Let's go in and get some of these other details taken care of. Well, let's go back and listen to what I just did. I felt it while we were recording. I was definitely into it. Like the energy levels were good. Let's see if it remains that way. Right, we have all these extra rim shots we need to play with. Probably need to fix some of the automation on the new synth. Ay. Right there, I wanted that synth to be a little bit louder, a little brighter. Like a little tease. This is where I was getting confused about. You can see I was doing the wrong filter because I was switching back and forth between those tracks. And you can also here you can see they I want them to be out of phase rather than in phase. I think we want it over here. Somehow that happened. I don't know how that happened. Better. Right, a little too many of those high notes here. There we go. Been forgetting about the rim shots. Let's go from here. Could be an okay place for a rim shot. Or whatever. Could also be here where you don't expect it, but not here nor there. Okay, I wanted a little variation in the kick just for this one bar. Maybe a bit much. Yeah, here it needs to be down because the other sound's going crazy. I like the switch here where it emphasizes the other one more, the higher note. It's like the surprise, like, whoa, what just happened? And I think this is also where I wanted to put the string back in. Let's see if that works. What time is it? Oh, 1:53, we're good. All right, was it somewhere in here? now. Wait. Maybe here after this little rim shot. It'll make it more eventful. Yep. This should go down. Okay, right here. I don't mind that it goes up a little, because there's a little swell there. But it's got to be quick. Too many break points. Get out of there. This transition is important. I kind of want them to cross over, right? Like it's... Yeah. Let's see if that smoothed it out in the right way. Yeah, I think that's good. Doesn't have to be perfect. And actually, I don't mind the rim shot going off here, now that I think about it. Right here, I think I want your traditional 909 ride cymbal making an appearance. Maybe even just that one time in the track, I don't know. Let's see what happens if we bring the string in here. Yeah, I think there's better than... Right, starting before the kick drum comes back in is better for that string. I miss the synth. It just needs to be lower. Could even leave the string / cricket thing there. Yeah, because you can even hear it better now. Because all the highs are gone. All the other high frequency things are gone. Except for that one closed hi-hat. And you know what we forgot about? Oh, I did it. Maybe here we can also reduce the sub of the kick again. Okay. I feel like this track is inching ever closer towards being done. I still want to have some more details. We're going to have to do this again. Where's that hi-hat? Oh, it already drops out in the perfect place. Unnecessary filter up at the end for the end. You know, why not? Man, I started out in such a different mood, thinking doing this whole focus mode thing. Why not? We'll say goodbye for today. I'll show my face, snap it out of focus mode for a minute. Thanks everybody for hanging out, doing something slightly different today. I actually ended up speaking a little bit more than I thought I would. I was going to try to like keep quiet and just really let you guys listen, but I got a big mic in front of me, so hope you enjoyed that. We'll be back on a regular schedule again, I think, next week. I really should probably look at my calendar before I say that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep, next Saturday, 1 o'clock, as usual. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good week. Adios.